Have you ever wondered what really separates a good idea from a truly game-changing innovation? Well, it's not just about having a great process. Today, we're going to dive deep into the core mindsets of design thinking. It's a really powerful way of seeing the world that can help you solve your toughest challenges.
So let's start with a big question. How do great innovators tackle those really complex, messy problems? It's not some secret formula or a magic recipe they're hiding. Nope. It's a fundamental shift in how they think, a change in their mindset right from the very beginning.
And this right here is the key. Design thinking isn't just a series of steps you follow, like a checklist. Its real power comes from adopting a very specific set of mindsets. You can almost think of them as the operating system that shapes how you see a problem and guides every single decision you make, especially when the path forward is anything but clear.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to explore these mindsets in three main parts. First, we'll start with the absolute foundation, putting people first. Then, we'll look at what I call the collaborative engine. That's what builds the ideas. And finally, we'll cover how to turn those ideas into real action. Let's jump in.
All right, first up, start with people. Seriously, this is the non-negotiable foundation of design thinking. It's the one principle that guides absolutely everything else.
So being human-centered means you have to resist the urge to just jump straight to a solution. Instead of starting with, some cool new technology or a specific business goal, you start with empathy. You actually immerse yourself in the world of the people you're designing for to understand their real and often unstated needs. Believe me, the best solutions always grow from that deep human understanding.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. It completely shifts problem solving from some abstract puzzle to a personal mission. See, when you're solving for a person, every decision, every feature, every little detail, it all matters in a much more meaningful way.
So with that human-centered foundation in place, how do we actually start building solutions? Well, that brings us to our second section, the collaborative engine. This is where that empathy gets turned into real possibilities. Innovators use a really flexible framework that moves through these three phases. First, they deeply understand the problem, not just what's on the surface. Then, they explore a huge range of possibilities without any judgment. And finally, they materialize the best of those ideas into tangible concepts they can actually test. It's this constant cycle of learning and creating.
Now, what I find really interesting here is the word radical. This isn't just about good old-fashioned teamwork. It's about actively seeking out diverse perspectives. Bringing together engineers, designers, business experts, and even the end users themselves, that creates this powerful creative friction that leads to breakthroughs you would just never find on your own.
So how do you make all these collaborative ideas real? You do it through a culture of prototyping. And look, the goal here is not perfection. Not even close. It's all about progress. You build just enough to make an idea tangible. Maybe it's a sketch, a cardboard model, a simple mock-up, so you can get feedback and learn. It's all about learning as fast as you can.
All right, our final set of mindsets is all about making it real. We've got our human insights, we've got our prototypes. Now it's time to cross that bridge from just an idea to real, concrete action.
I love this slide. The show, don't tell mindset is just perfectly illustrated here. On the left, you've got all that abstract corporate jargon. On the right, a simple sketch. Which one invites a better conversation? Showing your idea, even if it's super rough, is always more powerful than just talking about it.
And that leads directly to this, a bias toward action. This is the ultimate antidote to analysis paralysis. When you're faced with uncertainty, the default response is not to schedule another meeting to debate all the options. No. It's to build something small, test it, learn from it, and then decide what to do next. It's all about making progress by doing.
So how does this all fit together? Well, let's look at these mindsets as a complete innovator's toolkit that you can use.
So here they are, the 6 core mindsets, all working together as a system. It all starts with a human-centered focus to make sure you're solving the right problem. This then fuels a creative process approach. That whole process is powered by radical collaboration and a culture of prototyping. And finally, you make real progress with a commitment to show, don't tell, and a powerful bias toward action. You see? Each one builds on the last.
And this is why this all matters so much. These aren't just buzzwords you throw around in a meeting.
When you actually practice them together, they form a reliable, repeatable system for navigating ambiguity and turning those messy, complex challenges into elegant, effective, and truly human-centered solutions. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Think about a challenge you have right now. It could be big or small, at work or at home. Which one of these mindsets could you consciously try to apply tomorrow to see that problem in a completely new light? The answer might just surprise you.